Hi guys, I have I believe it's a 2003 Cal Spa. It's like an 8 foot by 8 foot. Got the lounger in it. Don't mind the water right now. I'm still getting it cleaned up. Got it for free off Craigslist actually. I had been messaging the guy about buying it, and he said he was sorry, but somebody was coming to pick it up, and he took the listing down. Well, the next morning he messaged me and said, if you want it, come get it. And my wife wants it gone. She's the boss. And I asked how much, and he said, it's yours for free, just come get it. So I paid a guy $100 to help me load it on a trailer and bring it to the house. It wasn't very far away. Ended up having to have the pump rebuilt. It had the old dually pump with two pumps, one on each side with one motor. And I paid $170 to have the seals rebuilt in that. Put it all back together, and I could only get it to run on the low jet speed. And it would, if I tried to kick it on higher than that, it would shut off. So I found the, I gotta fix this up, but so I found what was going on was, if I disconnected this switch on the heat exchanger, I could get it to run the high speed, but I wasn't getting any heat, which I think was a safety feature, obviously. So I had a local guy come out that has serviced a lot of different spas, and he told me the best bet was to replace that dually. He thought it was something to do with that, because these heat exchangers don't really go bad that often. This is a Whisper Power Unit 5000, which is the older unit. And he said usually the heat exchanger doesn't go out, but if it does, it won't do anything. So he came out and he replaced the dually with a single 4.5 horsepower Balboa. So basically what it did was you teed off the input, and you teed out, I mean these were both inputs I believe before, but so basically with the two pumps it was pumping out each side. It's just down to one. Put a T in over here for the pump out, and then a T over here off the heater to go to the tub. And that worked great. I had to wait 24 hours to fill it up for all the plumbing to cure. It's a little tilted in there, but when he explained it to me, it made sense, just the way the plumbing matched up, so we wouldn't have to redo a whole section of it. I don't think it'll really affect anything. In fact, I like it because if there ever gets any water in there, it'll probably drain down instead of onto the board. But we eliminated those shut-off valves because they hardly ever work anyways, and usually if you have to do something, you have to drain the whole thing anyway. So we did leave the drain in there. But once I got it filled up, kicked it on, and it did work. The heat came on right away, so his theory was right on. My issue was the diverter valve, which is this here, and it diverts the water like in the on and off position. This solid part blocks the flow of the water from the pump, so you can turn it on or off, which I don't really care if it's on all the time. But I think the threads were stripped. There's threads on the tub and there's threads on here, obviously. And I tried everything. This is a new one that I got from a local spa establishment, and it even kept popping off. So I'd have this 10-foot tall stream of water. I tried pipe thread, tape, the nylon tape. I tried to even, just primer it and PVC cement it in place. It still kept popping off. So I went to Menards today, which is a local home improvement store, and I bought like $60 worth of plumbing parts. I was going to make this work because I'd really like to use this tub for the holiday weekend. I'll have somebody come out and replace that whole diverter valve, but I didn't really want to mess with that and have to drain it again. So I went to Menards, tried everything. I got 2-inch spa tube. I thought I might put that in the diverter hole and then just put a cap on it. That didn't work. It wouldn't fit down in this hole. It's just a special size fitting. So you can see where I put the glue on. I tried not to get it out under the tub, but the only thing that ended up working was the last piece I tried. And you can see I've got this little plug in here, and water does still flow up through it, but I think it's because I pushed it down too far. I have a larger one over here because I couldn't remember what size it was. But what this is called is it's a Test Titan. Got a spider on that shit. Little friend. Anyways, it's a Test Titan 3-inch. This is a 3-inch. I got a 2-inch, and I'll try to find a link to it. I'm sure you can get these at Home Depot or any of the other home improvement stores. But you basically tighten the red part, and it pushes this rubber PVC down into this bottom flange, and it makes it expand. So I tightened it pretty much all the way as far as I could, stuck it down in there, and tightened it as much as I could. You kind of have to hold the top black part and spin the red with your other hand. And it wasn't leaking at all, but I pushed it down in there further and it started kind of spouting over. But I've had the jets on high, and it stayed put for me. So I just want to make this video to kind of show you what you can do to temporarily resolve an issue with a diverter valve, or buttress as they refer to it sometimes, that may have stripped out. I guess these dry out over the years, and kind of you lose some threading from shrinkage. That's what I read anyways. So this seems to work. I'll probably run with it for a little while, get a quote from a local spa repair person. Sometimes you can find kind of a third party that's doesn't have a storefront. They're pretty reasonable. So just wanted to show you that. I'll try to post a link to this actual Titan test plug that I got, so you can get the exact ones you want. This is I believe they refer to this as a 3.5-inch buttress diverter kit. You get a whole kit. I just bought the cap and the actual diverter, which is not in there right now. It's just wide open, so the flow is not being stopped right now. This would be in the off position and the on position. Signing off.